What's up, friends? VideoMicro here. So I've been watching a lot of what's in my camera bag videos over the past few years, and I really wanted to make one. So I've kind of built up an arsenal through making wedding films and other shoots. So I want to show you guys exactly what's in my bag. So let's go check it out. All right, friends, this is my bag of choice. This is the ProTactic 450 AW by Lowepro. This bag is awesome. I've used it for the past year at all my weddings. I use it at all my shoots. It's nice because you can put a lot of stuff in this. You can travel with it. It's good in the weather. So let's see what's inside. Inside here, I try to keep everything as organized as I can. That's one of the #1 tips is being organized on a shoot so you don't miss shots because you don't know where something is. We're gonna start at the top, we're gonna go to the bottom, I'm gonna explain each item, and I'm gonna put as many of these in the description as possible. First here we have the Rode VideoMicro. This is a nice little mic. It's a good beginner mic. I use it on the top of my GH5 or for vlogs. It's really cheap and it's a nice mic to use. It comes with a little wind cap so you can shoot outside. Next, I have the Shure lens hopper. This is similar to the Rode VideoMic Pro. It takes batteries, you can change the decibels. It's nothing fancy, but it does record some good audio straight out of a DSLR. Next, we have the Rode Smartlav Plus. These are awesome. These are for phone recording. So you can plug these into a phone and record great audio. What I'm recording right now, this is coming straight from a Smartlav and it's plugged into an old iPhone. So these are nice. I have a bunch of these. Obviously the ones I have, I'm recording with. So this one's here. Let's move on to this. This is just a little Lowepro pouch that came with this. It is nice. It's got a bunch of miscellaneous cords in it. You know, charger cords. This one gives me extra power so I can plug my Sony a6500 into my small HD focus. All kinds of cords in there. You can never have too many cords, so it's good to have a bag with a bunch of extras just in case. This is a awesome Anker power bank. It charges my phone like 7 times, but I use this to plug into our audio recorder, the Zoom H6, so that it doesn't lose battery because sometimes it randomly dies. This makes sure that it's alive for a very long time. It's always good to have a power bank. You can charge batteries, all kinds of random stuff. All right, into this compartment. This is an awesome piece right here. This is the small HD focus monitor. This little monitor has been amazing this year. I shoot on Sony and Panasonic. When you shoot on Sony, everybody knows that the little screens are not very bright, so outside it's tough to see. This right here makes it awesome to see outside, inside, see a bigger screen. You can actually plug another cord here and you can power your camera. So the Sony batteries are usually pretty horrible as well. So you can power your camera for like 3 hours or something like that. It's been super nice. I put it on my Zen gimbal. So this could be a whole nother video, but this is my small HD focus. Very nice. I would really honestly suggest this to everyone. It's only like $500. I know that sounds high, but for a good monitor that you can also power your camera, that's a deal. Inside this is my invisible a6500. So I'm shooting this video right now with the a6500. Let me show you it right now. It's probably over top of us. The a6500 has been a great camera. It overheats too much. It shoots great video. It has bad rolling shutter. It's a good camera though overall for like gimbal work, and it's pretty versatile. This is the small rig I have for it. It's usually inside of this, but since we're filming this right now, I thought I'd put this in here just in place of it. All right, so we'll move over. Speaking of Sony, I have some Sony glass. This is, you know, the infamous 18-105 f4 lens. I usually have this on when it's on the gimbal because sometimes you can just put the a6500 on a gimbal all day and then go in and out. I mean, 18-105 is a really good focal range. So I have some ND filters that go with this, so you can set that up for outside work. This is a great lens. It's a great lens for crop sensor camera. You can even use this on the full frame cameras and run it in crop mode, but I definitely recommend the 18-105. Moving on. Right here, we have the Sony FE 1.8 50mm lens. This is just like the cheap nifty 50. It's $150 or something. It's a full frame lens, but it's nice if I'm in a situation where it's really dark and I need a little bit more shallow depth of field, or I just need more light and I can, you know, get the distance, I'll put this on. I don't use it a ton, but you know, it's always good to have a fast lens. All right, up next we have the Lumix 25mm lens. This is 1.7. It's a nice nifty 50 basically because it's a crop sensor camera, so it doubles, so 25 is actually 50. It's a nice little lens. I don't use it a ton, but it's cheap and it works. We have a little, you know, power block. You never know how many times you need this for whatever reason, so I always have these kind of just around. Move on to this middle section. These hold all of my SD cards and my mini SD cards. So I have tons. We shoot in all 4K, so you need lots. There's tons of 128 gig cards in there. This one has some of my ones for audio, a couple 32 gigs. It's nice to have these. They're waterproof. They're like $8 on Amazon, but they work really nice. This section here. So I always keep like a 1 terabyte hard drive in here so that if I'm on a shoot and I want to back some footage up real fast, I have this just for safety. Usually I don't back footage up, but if I have time, it's always good to have a backup of your footage, even if you're still shooting, just to get a backup of whatever you've shot on a hard drive, just in case your SD cards fail. You never know. I'm all about safety, so it's always good just to have a little one. This is just a small WD drive. It's really cheap. We have a couple of variable ND filters here. This is the one I use for my 18-105. Basically what this is sunglasses for your camera. You can put it on the front of it here. If you take the lens cap off, it's really simple. It's whenever you're outside and you want to shoot at a regular, if you want to shoot low, if you want to shoot at f4 outside or at 1.8 outside, you put one of these on and it puts a dark, thing on the front of it. You probably know what that is, but basically I have 2 variable ND filters. They're nice. I use them all the time in the summer or outside. That way I can shoot low. I can get good depth of field outside. I have one for my Panasonic lens, one for my Sony lens. I need to get some more, but they're nice. They're nice. Up next, I have just a regular GoPro Hero. This is just the basic one. It shoots 1080p. It's awesome. It's good to just put up as an extra angle or if you need an underwater angle. This one's nice. I'd like to upgrade eventually to a 5 or a 6 or whatever. I don't know what's out now, but it's a nice camera. We have a bunch of these laying around. They're basically the Manfrotto quick release plate or on the Benro. We have Benro monopods. We also have Manfrotto monopods, but these work on all of them. So it's nice to have a bunch of these around because I feel like I never have enough of these. All right, so we'll move on to here. This is one of my favorite things I own. This is a, it's a screwdriver, but you can basically, you see it's got a flat head there and you can switch. It's like a revolver to different heads. I use it all the time to get stuff off cameras, tighten stuff. It is super nice to have this. This is super handy. It's from Brookstone. I got it for Christmas for my mom a few years ago. I don't even know where you would get this anymore, but it's super nice to have. Let's see what else we got in here. Oh, this is very important. I shoot on mirrorless cameras. So what that means is if you take a lens off, the sensor's right there. So dust, dirt, that kind of stuff just gets on your sensor and you need to get it off. So this is the Giotto Rocket or whatever you call it. Basically all it does is it shoots out air. So you can take your sensor and you can shoot this into it and it gets dust off. I suggest having these for anything, just to get dust off of things. It's nice. You don't have to blow on it with your air. It's just fresh air coming out. These are super nice to own. All right, moving on. This is just your basic 24-105 from Canon. I used to shoot on Canon. Over there is a 7D Mark II just for show. I love Canon, but at the moment they didn't have what I needed, so I've switched for now. Thinking about switching back to a C200, we'll see. But this is just a 24-105 with a PhotoDX Pro EF2 E-mount. This actually does not work very well. I put this on my A6500 sometimes, but it's not trustworthy. I would get a Metabones if I were you guys. But this, the lens works. It's nice. I was a big fan of this. It's good focal range. I'm a big fan of zoom for what I do for documentary-based stuff or filmmaking. It's good to be able to have a good distance and focal length. So if you need to get tight or you need to get wide real fast and you don't have enough time, lenses like these are good. Although primes are great for sharpness and all kinds of other things, zooms are great for, quick stuff. So there's nothing else in there. This is literally just all batteries. I'm not kidding, guys. I have like 15 to 20 of these Sony batteries. They die so fast. This is my GH5 batteries. So I'm not gonna pull all those out. Next up, I'll save this for last, or close to last. This is the GH5 Panasonic. This is an awesome camera. Shoots in 4K, has in-body stabilization, has a swivel screen. It has everything you would need as a filmmaker in here, except it doesn't have good low light and the autofocus is garbage, but that's okay. It does so well in other areas, and the GH5S just came out, so that's another video we might make is, should we get a GH5S as well? I don't know. This camera is really great though. It's versatile. I've got the 12-35 on here. This is the version 1 that has Power OIS on it. This camera has IBIS, so when the in-body stabilization is on and the Power OIS is on, it's got dual, so you can like walk around and it's kind of like a gimbal. It's a super nice camera. I love this camera. It's been really great. It's not that good in low light, but it's been a good camera for us this year. So that's the GH5. Like I said, the other camera we use is the A6500. And up here we have some, miscellaneous stuff. We have a set of headphones. You never know how many, headphones you'll need just to monitor some audio. This is for the drone. We have random stuff for that. This is a pretty cool little guy. This is the Eldachrone. I can't even remember the name of this, but it's like a quick release plate. You can put your camera on it, and then you can sit this on top of one of these plates. Basically, it just like goes on here, and I don't know how to do it, but it's pretty nice. I bought it thinking it was gonna be better than it was. It's not as cool as I thought it was gonna be, but it's a nice little item. What else is in here? Just some random caps, and you know, all bags have random stuff in it, so that's my random section. I got a couple Allen keys in there, and there's literally nothing in there. Right here, you can put a 15-inch MacBook or whatever you use. I use a MacBook, so I can put my MacBook in there. It's kind of scary because it's right on your back. I don't do it too much, but I bring it for backups and that kind of stuff. So that is everything from this bag. Thank you so much. Back to me. Thank you so much for watching this video. I love gear, so it's always cool to see how gear can change in a bag and how different people use it. So I hope you enjoyed. If you haven't, please like this video and subscribe to this channel. I really appreciate it. It helps me out, and continue to follow me on the journey. Thanks, guys. Peace.